The Sprint 1 goal for Team Neukoelln was to enable features for the logging of PSP data. Our user story to record lines of code estimate was completed by Ty. Our user story for the recording of time estimates was completed by Eves. Our user story for the actual lines of code logging was completed by Robert, and Jeff completed the time log user story, and our user story for defect logging was completed by Antonio. The task that was not finished was the controller logic for the time estimate user story.
Hello guys, so my task for this sprint was to put in line of code estimates. So you can see here I just did a little project, and you can see line of code estimate underneath the project and line of code estimate underneath the task. So if you want to enter a new project, you can call it whatever you'd like, put the end date, and then you can add your line of code estimate and say we want it to be whatever it's going to be. Hit OK. Now you come back and now there's a new project at the bottom. Let's bring it to the top. And you can see the line of code estimate there, and if you want to go to that project properties and edit it, you can make the line of code estimate a little bigger. Also, I was able to do it to where if you added a task, give a description, end date, 4 hours, and then you can actually do your estimated line of code here too. So you can see it in task and project, and we'll set that there. You can go back in, edit your line of code estimate again, and it should be the same. You could also add a subtask. Alright, so boom, boom. This is just a little guy, so, and then you can also go in and see that it was done in the subtask. So you could do task, subtask, and now projects for line of code estimate, and it should be viewable in all those spots and editable as well. Thank you.
Hello, I'm going to present real quick the branch I worked on, which is the estimate worksheet branch. So you can see that the button has been added in the work panel. You click on it, you will see that all the different fields that need to be populated in the table are there. Now if you click on the new button, dialog is going to pop up, which is the estimate dialog, and then you can fill it out and then pick your module and get to add the estimate, line of codes, conceptual design. This is related to anything that is requirements or diagrams, and then add some comments. Now the OK button will be implemented in the second sprint. Thanks for watching.
User story number 7 stated that a user needs the ability to log actual lines of code for a project. So for that, I added a button here that goes to a form that the user can fill out the project information, and then they can input the data related to the lines of code for their project.
This is a demonstration of the defect recording log. The defect recording log is a series of fields in a table, and the data the users input to these fields are validated whenever the user tries to save the log. And we can have multiple logs actually, so currently we have 2. So if we try to save the logs in their current state, Memoranda warns us that we actually have an error, and it'll actually just give a description and take us to the log where the error is. So this needs to be a positive integer, and then we hit enter and save. We have another error. This needs to be an actual PSP phase, so we do that and save. Users can also create new logs and add records as they see fit, or remove records, and we can also delete logs
New
too.
features added in Memorandum was the addition of a time log that allows time to be tracked on a daily basis. The value is that the user can enter when they start, stop, and what phase they're working on a project, and the time log will automatically calculate the total time minus any interruption they spent, making the calculations for the PSP process easily available.